Is it ready?
13, 12,
Yeah.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming up on this week's episode of Aftershock,
Nicole informs us about water pollution.
Santi shows us what's hot on Netflix,
Noah finds Cypress's best dressed.
and much, much more. What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Lisa Hernandez.
And I'm Samantha Duarte, and this week's episode of Aftershock starts now.
Cypress Bay is located next to the Everglades, one of the most biodiverse places in Florida.
But unfortunately, it's facing many threats due to the pollution of its waters.
Nicole looks into a group dedicated to solving this issue, one bottle at a time.
Here at Delaware Park, there's a variety of beautiful wildlife. However, they all face one unnatural predator.
So I got here around 9 a.m. and I've been picking up trash for about 2 hours.
We come here every fourth Saturday of the month, and in conjunction with Delaware Park, we are allowed to use their canoes, and we get a couple hundred pounds. We got, I think, 288 pounds today.
I was really shocked at the amount of trash I actually found. And it really made me think twice about using single-use plastic.
But what exactly is single-use plastic?
Single use is like a water bottle or something that's just literally made for a couple minutes of use that sticks around for 500 years.
According to a 2022 report, the largest three beverage companies produce over 14 billion pounds of single-use plastics in just 1 year.
So until we get them to change, nobody's going to change. However, by doing this, you're walking the walk. Instead of just talking the talk, you're doing both, right? But it inspires people really to get in the movement and care about planet A, because we don't have a planet B, right? We just have this one, so, yeah.
Yes, it's really important to clean up the waterways for the marine life that lives here. Earlier this morning, we did run into a manatee in the water, and that was really special. You know, this place belongs to the animals too, and we need to keep it clean for them so that they can survive.
So in order to fix that type of thing, we need a shift of consciousness, like a global shift of consciousness, to where it becomes essentially like cool to care, right? It's almost impossible to go to the grocery store and not have single-use plastics, but just be conscious of it. And if you have two options and one is and one isn't, maybe take the better option and help inspire other folks. And little by little, I think that we're moving in that direction.
Change can start with something as little as switching from single-use plastic to using a reusable water bottle. Do your part in protecting our planet. Reporting for Student Television Network, I'm Nicole Pineros.
Netflix has more than 35,000 hours of content on its platform, and a library of over 50,000 titles. How can you figure out what to watch? What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Santi, and this is what's hot on Netflix. In the Tall Grass is a gripping psychological horror film based on a Stephen King novella. I would recommend it for its suspenseful atmosphere and mind-bending plot. The story follows siblings lured into a mysterious field, where time and space become distorted. One standout technical aspect is the inventive cinematography, creating an immersive and disorienting experience. It's a must-watch for horror enthusiasts. Another great piece of content set in an alternate world is the Black Mirror episode Nosedive. The episode follows Lacey Pound in a world where social rankings dictate one's lives. It delves into the consequences of a reputation-driven society. My favorite aspect is the innovative use of a fictional rating system that influences characters' interactions and daily lives. I highly recommend Nosedive for its thought-provoking exploration of social media obsession and its impact on society. As the characters in the Tall Grass have to deal with the disorienting unknown, the characters in the series Space Force have to deal with another uncharted territory, outer space. Space Force is a hilarious and satirical take on the creation of a new branch of the military. The series follows General Mark Nair as he navigates the challenges of leading the Space Force, providing a humorous look at the absurdities of bureaucracy and government. And although being comedic for the most part, there is great attention to detail in depicting space-related technology, adding a touch of authenticity to the comedic chaos. With a stellar cast led by Steve Carell, the series manages to deliver sharp humor and clever wit. That's all for now. I'm Santiago Salguero, CBTV.
Lisa, aren't you glad that we don't have to worry about our course selection this year?
Yeah, but I'm a little upset about it.
What? Why?
There's so many new CTE courses we could be taking.
That's true. Our reporters highlight a special night where underclassmen can discover their future.
Welcome everyone to Excel at the Bay Night.
The purpose of Excel at the Bay is to educate middle schoolers and their parents about the different CTE programs that we have to offer at our school. That can range from DECA to the Aviation Club and to our own student government.
I think Excel Night is an amazing idea. I believe this is the first year that the school is offering this night. And I think it's really wonderful that the CTE courses are being highlighted. A lot of students at the school don't understand the benefits. They may see it on their course selections and they may not really fully understand the entire scope of all of the benefits that they are eligible to receive. So each program, has tremendous benefits, including early childhood education. And again, when you're seeing it on the course selection card, you don't really fully understand how beneficial it is, not just in high school, but beyond high school.
Ask your own children for the parents in the room, what do you want to be when you grow up?
We really hope that they get involved in these type of programs because that is what is best about Cypress Bay is our CTE programs. We put a lot of money and funding into them, so it's really important for them to be involved into this. To me, it feels great that I'm helping students find their perfect spot here at Cypress Bay because it makes me happy that once they enroll in the school, and even if they are already enrolled in the school, they're going to find their people, find what they're passionate about, and just really put their strengths to work.
Oh, well, it feels amazing to be able to present this to those incoming ninth graders, especially because this program is offered throughout all of high school. So it gives them that opportunity to start right off the bat, right at the very beginning, and then really grow and enjoy the program and get all the full benefits out of it. So it's going to allow them the potential to earn, graduation cords, earn volunteer hours, learn how to collaborate and work with others, teach them leadership skills. So we can get them right at the very beginning, and I think it's a great opportunity for everybody.
In a school with 5,000 students, there is tons of musical talent out there.
But it's the mentors we should thank for this gift.
Our reporters interview a voice teacher who makes an impact in our community.
I'm Lisa Fisher, and I am a voice and a piano teacher. As far as the voice lessons, we start out very basic with breathing technique, learning how to pronounce a word correctly, learning about how your body works, all the dynamics that go into being a vocal coach. Piano lessons is our books, so that I teach the kids the basics, and watching a student grow where they're actually playing songs or performing in my recital it feels great. Sometimes I have to admit, I'm working with a lot of kids, so it can become tiresome at times. But I love what I do. I make a difference in people's lives. And so someone said, quote unquote, you just don't forget your voice teacher. I guess it was a little over a year ago, I was diagnosed with a rare kidney disease, which you don't know why. And I'm currently being treated for it, but it has been a very difficult battle. How it's affected my classes, it's a rough ride. Medications have side effects, all kinds of things, but when I'm teaching, it takes my mind off of it. So it's been a rough year. I'm not a quitter. So I slowly brought back the lessons, and they're so glad and they're so supportive. Just made me feel like I'm a good person and I'm doing good. Just gifting my music to others.
Lisa, that is such a cute shirt.
My Aftershock polo?
Yeah, I mean, we're literally trendsetters.
I think Noah can find some better fits at the Bay.
LTI, man, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a t-shirt, khaki pants.
Okay.
And just normal sneakers.
Normal sneakers? Alright, man, so what's the fit?
Alright, bet. So we got great sweater from Uniqlo.
Alright.
You already know?
Okay.
Alright. Graphic tee.
Oh, I see it, I see it.
Yeah. We got them Converse.
Alright.
Yeah. Got them on discount, so you know, gotta stay smart, gotta save money.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah?
sure. Yeah.
Joggers, I don't know, I got them for Christmas.
Alright, bad. Thank you, appreciate that.
Laura.
Laura, alright, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing this hoodie that I got from an online thrift store called ThreadUp.
Okay.
And those pants I got at Forever 21, and those shoes my mom gave it to me from Brazil.
Dope. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
I got like a regular Uniqlo black shirt.
Right.
There's swim trunks on, honestly.
Okay.
I got some human races on the feet, man.
Oh, snap. He got it on, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, well, welcome back again. We got Abercrombie & Fitch. I told you last time.
For sure. Don't sleep.
Don't sleep. Abercrombie & Fitch, and we got the All Saints shorts, the lounge wear. Look at that. They're supposed to be long, size small. Then look what we got. We got the beat up Forces, 90. Before they went to 110, I got them for 90.
For sure.
Then we got the fake diamond. Well, they're real earrings, but fake diamonds. Then I got, again, Cypress Bay ID. Check that out. Get up close. Aiden Gonzalez.
How much?
For everything, I'll give you total estimate, like 5K.
Stop the cap.
Balenciaga slides, 300. Balenciaga backpack, 500. Shirt, no clue, 500. Pants, 500. Socks, 200.
Damn, I see it, bro.
He tried it.
Kennedy, please tell us, why did you choose to do this trip to the moon? We chose to mute to the moon this year, not because it's beta, but because it is Sigma.
Dude, did you bring the...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
This is one small dub for men, but one giant W for mankind.
Hey, Soviets, you pulling up to the moon?
Bro, no way. No one goes to the moon, you gritty capitalist.
Well, guess where we are?
What? Nah, bro, we're pulling up right now. I know you got Kubrick to fake this for you.
Womp womp, send Leica next time.
Hey, bro. Dude, don't drink too many. I'll just call an Uber.
Stay tuned because coming up, our crew gets a bit hungry, we hear some of Cypress's beats, and much more.
But first, here's Maya with sports.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Maya Wolf, and while soccer is a beloved sport to watch, many people tend to forget about the science aspect behind the game. Here's Reese to talk about an aspect of the sport that tends to go unnoticed.
Hello there. Sorry, I may have come a bit out of left field. But you know what's also unpredictable? The Javilani. And I'm here to explain it to you. Let's go. The Javilani was the match ball used in the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. The reason for its unpredictableness comes down to how it was produced. Normally, soccer balls are hand-stitched from 32 panels. These hand-stitched panels give the ball some regulators, meaning it's not perfectly round. Well, Adidas wanted to improve upon that, and instead of stitching, they used a new technology called thermal bonding. They also reduced the amount of panels to 8. In doing so, they created the most round soccer ball in existence, with almost none of the imperfections a normal ball would have. With these innovations, they theorized the ball would be faster and be more reliable in flight. But it acted like a paper airplane. You threw it in one direction, only for the wind to take it in another direction completely. When kicked, due to its almost perfect roundness and smoothness, the ball had a much higher chance of what's called knuckling, which is where the ball has little to no spin and can move super unpredictably, causing all kinds of crazy moments at the 2010 World Cup. Counterintuitively, the solution was to make the ball slightly less round and more rough, thus decreasing this phenomenon of knuckling. Well, it seems like the imperfections with how soccer balls are made are actually its greatest strength. This has been Reese Gibson, CBTV. See you next time.
Here's Samantha to take us back in time to a pivotal moment in the Olympics for the United States.
With the 2024 Olympics approaching this summer, we can expect to see American athletes such as gymnast Simone Biles and swimmer Katie Ledecky making a return. As the Olympics have been popular for centuries, one of those infamous stories that have risen from these ceremonies is known as the Miracle on Ice. This event was an ice hockey game played during the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York. This game was played between two very contrasting teams. One of these teams was the Soviet Union, a team that was made of all professionals and the gold medalists of 5 of the last 6 previous Winter Games. They had faced the U.S. team, who was led by head coach Herb Brooks and was composed of mostly amateur players, with only 4 of their players having minimal minor league experience. The Soviet Union were the heavy favorites, having won their 4 consecutive gold medals and proved this during the exhibition games. During the U.S.'s last exhibition game, they faced the Soviets at Madison Square Garden and were crushed 10-3. However, during the Olympic group play, the U.S. had surprised many observers by drawing Sweden and beating Czechoslovakia, Norway, Romania, and Germany, giving them a spot in the final round. But taking on the Soviets were going to be like no game they had played before. The head coach of the U.S. team, Herb Brooks, gave a legendary speech to his team prior to the game.
One game. If we played them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game. Not tonight.
The speech must have worked because the Americans ended up winning the game 4-3 and defying all odds. This win was celebrated across the nation as the team had received a congratulatory phone call from President Jimmy Carter, were on the cover of the March 1980 issue of Sports Illustrated, and eventually voted greatest sports moment of the 20th century by this magazine. This milestone has forever changed hockey in the United States for the better, and maybe this will be the year for the U.S. team again. I'm Samantha Rosenzweig, CBTV.
And that's it for this week's Lightning Athletics. I'm Maya Wolf, CBTV Sports.
While many people are familiar with songs off Lana Del Rey's Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard, for those of you who haven't heard the album, get ready to experience one of my favorites. Although Ocean Boulevard might sound like a weird name, it's one of Lana's most popular albums and it's currently nominated for 6 Grammys. But don't just take my word for it. Ocean Boulevard is American singer-songwriter Lana Del Rey's 9th studio album released on March 24th, 2023. Produced by Del Rey alongside Jack Antonoff and Mike Hermosa, the album features 6 guest artists. Ocean Boulevard was a huge step in Lana Del Rey's career. Back in 2014, she was miserable at the sour reception of her debut album and constantly pushing back on allegations that her born-to-die personality was created. The singer constantly concealed her creativity that associated with tragic geniuses like Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse. However, Lana has lived many days since then and found many of them to be worthwhile. Did you know that there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? The title song of the album refers to the Juergens Tunnel under Hollywood Boulevard in Long Beach, California that's now closed off. The song is heavily inspired by Harry Nilsson's Don't Forget Me and is a slow-paced, piano-heavy track. The song represents Lana's character or burden, fading or being forgotten, just like how the Juergens Tunnel's mosaic ceilings and painted tiles are now sealed up and abandoned. Ultimately, Del Rey uses the underground passageway as a metaphor for her wish to be loved. If I had to pick a favorite song off the album, it would have to be The Grants. The track was the third single released on March 14th, 2023 and is a gospel-influenced pop song. Del Rey uses religious imagery to address carrying the memories of either a lover or a family member into the afterlife. Lana Del Rey's given name is Elizabeth Grant, which is why the title never appears in the lyrics because it's from Del Rey's own family. After listening to the album, I'm so excited to visit the Juergens Tunnel in Long Beach during STN 2024. Hopefully I'll see some of you there. I'm Linda Dubrow, CBTV.
Lisa, I'm getting kind of hungry, I can't lie.
Me too. You know what I'm craving?
I think I know what you're thinking.
Arepas.
Lucky for us, our crew has provided us with some tasty segments up next.
Food trucks have been in the rave for the past few years. Number 5, please. But this small business is driving little by little to achieve success in the industry.
The name of the business is Arepa Santa Barbara.
What exactly do this sell and how?
So it's Venezuelan food, but from like Maracaibo, the Maracaibo area. It's like arepas, cachapas, patacones, is like that side of Venezuela's cuisine. So basically, my dad used to have it like a while back, like in Venezuela. And when we came over here, he was just testing stuff over here. He was traveling back to Venezuela. He had still his businesses over there, and he was basically, and he like first he was delivering pizzas here. That's where he started.
Although starting from scratch could be a challenge, Andrea's father grew his food truck and his dream.
We started in a rented one to like test it out, like test out the waters. And then once my dad was like, okay, I think we could do this, he bought one. And after like a year or two in just one, we got another one. And we just go to different apartment complexes, and that's how we like grow. Most of it has been little by little. It hasn't been like, oh, just one thing happened and boom. It's been like progressively over the years.
However, for Arepa Santa Barbara, they are not settling there.
Our plans for the future is basically, as of now, staying the same, just trying to expand the food trucks more, so that in the future, my dad would want to open a restaurant, but to make it less of a hit and to make it progress easier.
His father's mentality traveled to his son.
Don't let the rough patches get to you, and always just try to push through it, and you'll end up succeeding.
Although they are taking it slow.
Number 5.
Thank you. Marcus and his family are expanding one arepa at a time. Reporting for CBTV, I'm Zane Vidal.
For the longest time, people have argued where arepas originate from, Colombia or Venezuela, and which one is better. But no matter how much people argue, this never gets settled. But this doesn't just happen in Colombia and Venezuela, but in other South American countries as well. For context, the Spanish and Portuguese started to colonize the Western Hemisphere dating all the way back to Christopher Columbus. So for a while, South America was a lot like North America, with the farming, the mining of gold, and natural resources. But as decades passed, South America started to develop into how it is today, with different people from many different backgrounds of European history and other places around the world. But this doesn't explain why all of their foods are similar. Because everything started in one place and slowly began to be more and more diverse as new countries gained their own independence and created their own type of culture, their resources of food never really changed as you had similar European countries mixed in the same place. For example, a very traditional food during the holiday season in South America is chupe, which is a type of stew or soup that people eat, but because it's been around for so long, different countries have their own versions of it. In Chile, their chupe is a baked seafood casserole with a creamy bread sauce, onions, and seasoning. In Argentina, empanadas, which is a turnover, are mainly cooked in pastry dough, when empanadas from countries like Colombia or Venezuela are fried instead of baked. Pan de queso and pouch de queijo may be considered the same thing because it's essentially bread with cheese inside of it. Only one is from Brazil and the other from Colombia, but the Colombian version has sugar in it. However, the important thing is that there are so many different types of foods that are enjoyable and delicious no matter where they're from. But I do agree, arepas are Venezuelan. Don't fight me on it. I'm Maria Ojeda, CBTV.
Wow, Luisa, after watching those segments, I can almost say I am full.
Well, hang on a sec, because Nicole's here to inform us of some changes coming to the Bay.
What's up, Cypress Bay? As you may have heard, the Broward County Public School District is considering switching all high schools to a 4-day week model. You may have seen a survey pop up on your Canvas page, but if you're like me, you may be wondering, what exactly does a 4-day week mean? In a 4-day week model, students will attend all their normal classes Monday through Thursday. Friday, campus will still be open, but used for quote-unquote extended learning opportunities. Following the example of Pompano Beach High School, which has operated on a 4-day schedule since 1997, the 5th day may be used for volunteer opportunities, tutoring, SAT prep, or meeting for extracurricular clubs and activities. But for most people, Friday would become a day off, a part of the weekend for studying or anything of your choice, really. This does mean, however, some changes to what a regular day of school looks like. Currently, our school day is about 7 hours long, with the first class starting at 7:40 a.m. and the dismissal bell ringing at 2:45 p.m. The change would extend the school day to 8.5 hours, meaning dismissal would likely change to 4:15 p.m. An important detail to consider, however, is how starting in 2026, Florida law mandates that no high schools start earlier than 8:30 a.m. Meaning, if a 4-day week is also implemented in 2026, school hours may be from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So what do you think? Is a school hour change worth it for the extra day on the weekend, or should we just keep our school schedule the way it already is? Well, that's it for me. I'm Nicole Pinheiro, CBTV.
That's all for this week's episode of Aftershock.
If you want to watch previous episodes, check out our YouTube channel at Cypress Bay CBTV and follow all of our social medias for a behind-the-scenes look. I'm Samantha Duarte.
I'm Lisa Hernandez.
Thanks for watching.